Hello, my name is Dietmar and I would like to introduce to you the Monash Simple Climate Model. The Monash Simple Climate Model is a web-based interface which allows you to analyze the climate system, understand how climate models work, and how climate change works. So let's do a short tour. So here you see the overview of all the things that you can do on this web page. So let's start maybe with looking at the mean state climate. So you can build up the climate system step by step. So here in this interface, you see two experiments. On the left-hand side, you have experiment A, and the climate system, everything is switched on. And on the right-hand side, experiment B, the clouds are missing. And then in the figures, you can see without the clouds, it's much warmer. And the difference plot below shows you that with the clouds, the world is much colder. You can also look at climate change scenarios. So let's have a look at future climate change simulations. So here you can pick a number of different scenarios. And here we have chosen a CO2 increase scenario from the IPCC report. And here you can see how over time the climate warms up. We can also compare two different kinds of scenarios. For example, here we picked a scenario A where we double the amount of CO2, and in B we change the solar constant. And we can see in the figures that CO2 warms more the polar regions and less the tropical regions compared to how the sunlight would change the climate. We can also look at how the climate change pattern to CO2 forcing changes. So here you see an experiment where we have doubled the amount of CO2 and look how the climate has changed. On the right-hand side, we have turned off the climate feedbacks. And then you see there's not much warming and there's no pattern in the warming. On the left-hand side, we have all the climate feedbacks on. And we can see that this leads to stronger warming and a characteristic warming pattern. We also have a number of tutorials that you can learn something about the climate. Here you have a whole number of things that you can look at for the mean climate or scenarios. So let's sample the climate step by step. It's one example. And here you can see you have a window where you can go through step by step. It explains to you what happens when you change something or you put in something into the climate system. So first here we introduce an atmosphere, and then we can introduce an ocean. And finally we have all the climate elements together, and we see we have a realistic climate. And then at the end we can do some fun challenges or puzzles. We have a whole series of puzzles on simple levels and more complicated. So let's go into space here. So here we have the Death Star, and we can ask our question, what climate elements are not active on the Death Star? And then maybe none of them are active. Well done, that's correct. So this was a short introduction into the Monash Simple Climate Model. If you're more interested in it, you can see the Monash Simple Climate Model on the webpage with the address as we see it here. And I hope you enjoy playing around and learning something with this Monash Simple Climate Model. Thank you.